Congratulations. We
Thanks,
missed
Charlie.
it last year, and now we get to go to Lake Charles for the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we still got 2 more. I mean, that's, obviously that's what we want. But, we've got to get ready for Saturday. We've got RGV still, and we've got another one after that. So
There was a lot of back and forth in this game. The pendulum swung pretty wide.
Yeah.
Turnovers, it seemed like nobody would let those level out. It was a bunch of them at a time by one team and then another.
Yeah, and, that's what we just talked about in the locker room was the kind of, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs. We called that time out there in the fourth. We went down, I think, 7, 48-41, and I think we needed to regroup. We needed to, get back to our game plan. We had kind of we lose our attention span there pretty quick, especially when a few things are going right. And then we've got to be able to just get it back in gear and do what we're supposed to do 40 minutes.
Well, I hope you can that speech, Coach, because it led to a 9-0 run and made Coach Toyel call a timeout. A few minutes later.
Well, obviously, credit to our kids. I mean, they stepped up huge. I mean, we had the ball there. I think we got an and one, got a stop, got another and one. And then Trey hit that big 3 there that gave us the lead. So, again, credit to our kids. They stepped up. They didn't fold, and got us back on the right side.
Well, if your guards had studied anything, they knew that the battle up front on the glass was going to be a big one.
That's correct.
And Coach ended up being 43-43 in the rebounding.
Yep.
Your leading rebounder, no surprise that it might be Alva Hedrich, but right behind her or right with her was Cora with 8, and then Castillo had 7.
Yeah, obviously super proud of our rebounding efforts tonight, especially when they went big there. They went big the last, 5-6 minutes of the fourth quarter. We held our ground. Rosiah got some big ones. T got that huge big one at the end there to not give them a second chance shot. So, we talked about it at the half. I think we were -3 at the half rebounding. We knew if we could get to even that we would have a great chance.
Talk a little bit about the points off, or first the second chance points. Lions won that battle today. You had 15 offensive pulls, scored 12. They had 10, but only scored 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had 10 at the half, and that's what we were talking about. Yeah, we were doing a really good job of getting in there and getting them, just not converting enough, for 10 offensive boards at the half. So, we obviously did a little bit better job in the second half of getting a few of those back.
Turnovers and points off of turnovers definitely leaned your way. The Islanders forced into 17 turnovers. Your squad had 6 fewer. And let's see, 9 points off of those 17 turnovers. They only picked up 3 off of ET's 11. You kind of like the 3 part.
Yeah,
not just
absolutely.
because volume, but even how many attempts they were going to have.
That's correct,
And the Lions scoring 9, you'd want a little bit more, but you'll take 9 today because it's a winner.
Yeah, I'll take 9 for sure. I think the 3 is the number you really want to look at just because of our defensive effort. We weren't, even when we turned it over, we weren't jogging back. We were getting back in the play. We were stopping the ball. We were making plays. I think we turned it over one time, and Maya sprinted back down and made them turn the ball over right away again. So, it just speaks to our, just the tenacity of our kids and, just their character.
It was really big to have Tiani back out there. She was able to go 14-11 and finished up with 8 points, 4 boards, a couple of dimes, and a steal. But, Coach, your guards really get a big tip of the cap for how hard they went in this one.
Yeah, I mean,
you look at the last 4 games, they couldn't do what they did today.
Right, and I mean, I think that's I think what you see on there is what we're capable of. You talk about not hitting shots, not rebounding like that. Not hitting shots, obviously, it comes and goes. But, like, rebounding, it's a full-out effort thing. Guarding the ball is a full-out effort thing. And that's what we keep saying. If we will just get back to doing the simple things that we were doing 2 weeks ago, we'll be able to get back on track. And we'll feel a lot better of where we are.
The battle down low between Alva and Canary Holiday especially Holiday, she was a bruiser down there. She ended up the game probably their leading scorer. 14 with 11 rebounds, but she just wasn't enough by herself.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really good player. They wanted to throw it inside, which, I think we have really good post defenders. And she made some tough shots. And I thought Alva did a really good job on her when she was in there. T did as well. Nylock gave us a few minutes. And you look at T for us, those types of post players, they're hard to stop. And every team wants one. Every team doesn't have one. So they're, few and far between. But she's a really good player. I'd throw it to her every time, too.
Worked out all right. All right, Coach, what the last thing, what'd you tell them in the barn when you got into the locker room after that one?
Just what I said earlier. We were down 7 there. They went on a quick run to open the fourth. Kind of like what happened to us against Incarnate Word on Saturday. We were tied at the end of the third, and we regrouped. We didn't fold, and we got our heads back in it, and we controlled it on the defensive end. Okay.
Hey, that good old line, it's one of Brock Calloway's favorites in football. But it's not time of possession. It's time with lead. Islanders were in front for 26-18. Lions for the right 11:55 of the game.
That's correct.
All right. So travel plans, they seem a little bit more secure the rest of the trip for you.
Charlie, I don't know. We will see. We'll go day by day. We're busting to RGV, so I think we can get there.
All right. And then from Rio Grande Valley, you've got to get to Thibodaux, which is like the other end of the Southland Conference planet.
So, we'll deal with that on Sunday. I'm not too worried about that right now, but, anything could happen at this point.
All right, Coach. Good enough. Get some seafood while you're here.
That's the plan.
And
thanks, Charlie.
we will see you on Saturday down in the Valley.
We'll see
All right, that's Valerie King, head coach of your East Texas A&M Lion women.